What's up everyone, welcome back to Just Finished Coding. This is the fifth and the last part of our Dodge the Block series on Scratch 3, so let's get coding.
Just finished coding.
Now quick interjection here, if you've not watched parts 1 to 4, please watch them before you come here because we're picking up from where we left off and you'll be very lost. I'll leave a card for you right here. Please watch the videos and then come right back. If you're still here, I'm going to assume that you've watched parts 1 to 4, in which case you should have your score mechanism set up perfectly, and in this video we'll be fixing up everything with ranging from the high score to the message as well as the sound effects. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off by fixing up something that I made a mistake with early on, and before I do that I'm going to zoom out so that you can see better. So within our main when I receive start game, this main repeat until loop, here I set the high score to score, and this is a mistake. We have to do this not here but at the end, and here it's important to show that message that we have a new high score and not set the high score to score. So I'm going to throw off that block and yeah, we'll just take that in later on. And here we need to broadcast a message. So I'm going to say here broadcast new message, and this message is going to be called show high score. That's what I'm going to call it. You can click OK, and right after that we can set new record to be yes. Alright, this is all we need here. And now you can import the sprite that we need and click upload sprite. Click on the sprite which says message, and yeah, this is our message. Fairly simple, but it works out. So when we receive begin, you can do this within the message. First we need to hide. Obviously we show only when we receive that show high score message. So now we can head over to the main part of this. So when we receive show high score, here we first go to x is going to be 0, y is going to be 70. So it's kind of center top, I mean about this range if you think about it on the stage. But after we go to this position, we can literally just show ourselves. I'm not going to have any fancy animation at all, or actually let's do it. So I'm going to have a repeat 3 times, or actually yeah, let's clear the graphic effects here. So clear graphic effects, and yeah, show, follow that up with a repeat 3 times, or repeat 10 times. We'll have a change ghost effect by 10. So change ghost effect by 10, and as a result of this it's going to slowly fade away just like our block, but way slower than that. So change ghost effect by 10, and eventually we can just hide. Whatever, very simple, but it works out. And you can view this very easily since our high score is set to 0 now. So when we hit the green flag and when we press start game, you can see that we have a new high score set up like that. Maybe I'll exchange change this duration to be repeat 20, change ghost effect by 5, so that this works a little bit slower. So now you can see that boom, we have new high score set up that way, and there we go. So now the next time nothing really happens, and I'm really tempted to slow this down even more, so I'm just going to go ahead with 50 and 2. The second time nothing happened because if you see in our paddle we had another condition that new record should be no, and since we've already shown that message, new record is set to yes, and as a result this condition is never set back to true. I'm going to try this one more time so that we have the new high score showing something like that, and I think that was perfect. That's exactly the way I want it. So now what I'm going to do is to head back to the paddle, and here I'm going to have something that happens when we receive endgame. So now I can head over to events, grab a when I receive endgame, and this is when we need to decide whether we are just going to go back to the thumbnail or whether we actually need to set the high score to be what the person actually scored up. So now what we can do is to set up an if-else condition, and here is where the new record variable is going to help us a lot. So now you can say if new record is equal to yes. This means that the person has come up with a high score, because it means that the new record variable has been set to yes right here. So if new record is set to yes, then what we can do is first broadcast thumbnail. So broadcast thumbnail, and this is going to go right back to the initial screen, and we'll be broadcasting thumbnail here as well, even in the else statement. So either way, we'll go back to the start. But if the new record is set yes, then before that, we can add one line of code, and that is set high score to score. And this is just going to make sure that we change the high score based on the score. So that's all you need here. And before I end this video, I'm going to head over to the message once again. And here I'm going to play a sound effect. So now I can head over to the sounds tab and within choose a sound, just click on that once more. And the sound that we need is going to be called connect. And this is the sound that I think works pretty well. You can change the sound just like I said with the score sound effect. But I'm just going to go ahead and use it because it's in the library itself. We can just start the sound before we clear the graphic effects to make sure that it works decently. And you can head over to the sounds tab and just say start sound connect. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all you need. You won't be able to hear the sound effects with respect to my game, but when I start the game and play it, you should see that that worked out and the sound actually started playing. And I'm just going to wait until I know I just hit a paddle, and yep, there you go. We have the thumbnail set back again. And if you actually look at the high score now and just say start game once again, you can see that our high score actually updated. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all you need with your dodge the block game, and that would be pretty much it. If you've enjoyed this game series, then please make sure you click on the playlist on your screen right here, and that will take you to a brand new game segment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you while making the next game.